Hello, welcome YouTube family and friends. Thanks for tuning in. This is an early morning video. What I'm going to show you, I have two lights that come on in the morning, and these same two lights are the last lights to go off in the morning. We're talking about a crocodile gecko today. So here's the lights. So we have this light here that's on. It comes on first as long as this other light. We have this light. So we got lights in two different spots. It comes on early in the morning before everything else clicks on. Alright, so the other lights went off. These came on. In a few minutes, the other lights will come on. Alright, so we're gonna have the lights on as you see. With the timer lights, everything is off now, and the other lights came on. Alright, so the crocodile gecko is a nocturnal type animal. He likes to hunt at night. He'll come out in the daytime, and he likes the heat, so he will bask in the heat and under the heat lamps. So the temperature I try to have him at is, my heat lamps is around 85 degrees to 100 degrees. And right now it is 80 degrees in here. The humidity is at 80 as well. The cool side is around about 85 degrees. Sometimes it gets around between 75 to 85 degrees. That's where you want to have the cool side at. My hot side here is around 85 to 100 degrees. So where I have mine is I got the heat lamps on the rocks, and the rocks will kind of heat up a little bit on the top here, and so I got my rocks all in stages. So if it gets too hot up here, you can come down here on the back side and he can cool off, or he can come on the cooler side over here, which runs between 75 and 85 degrees. Yeah, between 75 and 85. This is where the plants are at as well. I got some watermelon in here for my isopods, which I'm going to add some more of these guys in here as well, and put a little bit more wood structure on the back side right here for the isopods. Gotta clean the side of the glass off a little bit, cause the crocodile gecko been climbing on the glass, so got the glass a little dirty. I apologize for that. So I got my rock formations here. This is my isopods here I'm going to put inside the tank. And so what I'm going to do is something a little bit different. Put some springtails over here on this side. I'm going to do them a little bit differently. Move the dirt back, move that wood back there that you see, and put the wood part with the springtails on it at the bottom, and put that on top. So what I have here, let me show you. Alright, so this is where I keep my springtails at. And so when I do other people's tanks, I pull out of here. I just be in here, and I pull out of my other tank over here. So I pull out of this tank here. So this is where I pull some of my plants from, and springtails and other little insects I have in here. And this tank is nothing but plants and insects. No kind of reptiles or amphibians or nothing like that. So I have isopods in here. And springtails. So this afternoon, that'll be my project here. Oops. Sorry about that. Different various insects. I have these same type of insects in the other vivarium that have nothing but insects in. Isopods in here as well. I have 5 different types of isopods. And so I keep it in a container, sealed up. So that's how I do it. Alright, so let's get back to our gecko. Alright, so when you're doing this, you want to have the temperature between 85 and 100 degrees. See the different cooling spots, the different stages. Have his rocks and have the wood here. He can go all the way across the tank without getting on the ground. But he likes the sand. He gets on the sand as well. Have his water dish here. That's his water dish here with a rock in it. The reason the rock is in there is to keep small insects like all the crickets and other insects may get in the water and can cry themselves out and don't get trapped in it. That's the best way of doing it. That way you ain't gotta clean it or nothing like that. So turn here, see different stages of the rocks on this side. You can go up underneath there. very bottom is where he lives. Different places for the animals to hide at, and he can hunt at night. He hunts behind these rocks, and he's all over in this area here. All right, so the way I keep him healthy is his insects. I use calcium water, and also not calcium water, but I use liquid calcium, and I put it in his water. And his insects he have, I use the powdered calcium, and they have a good dusting of that. And so that's how I keep him healthy and everything. So the other source of food I use, besides crickets and roly-polies, is I use spiders. And I use ants. I have other roly-polies, but they're up underneath the wood there. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add isopods to this. Not isopods, but springtails. And so I'm gonna add some more isopods. So the lights, let's go over the lights real quick. The kind of lights I use. Alright, so the lights I use. This is my grow lights. They got the different color spectrum on it. You can use either size. It depends on what size of the tank you're using. And so I got a grow light here. Then on this side of the lights here, I got a UVB bulb. So either one is good. This is not a promotion or nothing. I'm just showing what I use. The grow light I get from these lights. The grow light I get from Home Depot. During the day I use this one. It's 60 watt or 85 watt, and it's on the left side over here. Now, sometime I will use my 100 watt bulb, which is this one. So I will use it. So that's how I do my lighting system. Now, with these type of reptiles, with this type of lizard, it's not a pet that you can hold. They're very shy. They will run away from you when you walk up to the tank. But mine have gotten used to me being around. For the most part, it took a while, for like a few months, maybe like 2 months. He's in here. He know I'm around, so, but he's not coming out right now. Like I said, it's not a pet that you can hold and carry around on your shoulder, on your hand, or not like that. So as you see, the temperature is at 80 degrees now. The humidity is going down, which is good. So at night it's around about 80 degrees on my humidity. I don't have any lights or nothing on inside the tank here. So the humidity is going back down. Your humidity should be between 40 and 60, like the gauge shows. Temperature is at 80 degrees. It will get hotter. If I change the heat source, the bulb, of course it would get hotter in here. But it's a good comfortable right now. If he wants to get hotter, he would jump himself up at the top up here and hang upside down. As you see, I got a spider. I have 2 or 3 spiders in here. If they survive, they make offspring, good. If they don't, good. Another food source. Alright, so if you do ants, make sure your top of your enclosure fits snug. I would recommend the big ants. You can have an ant colony if you know how to do it. That's another video I have. When I first started doing the videos, I have ant colony. I still have one ant colony. It's over here with my emerald swifts. And so I have an ant colony over here with my emerald swifts, and they is cohabitating together. That's one of the emerald swifts there. She's pregnant. Alright, so the kind of plants I have here, they are called succulents. And plants that does not require a whole lot of water. Because with this tank, you do not want to get it to be it does not want to, it don't need to be humid, that humid. It does not be that moist, because it's a crocodile gecko, and it does not require a whole lot of moisture like that. It is a desert type lizard. And so with that being said, you do not want to have it don't need to be too moist in here. Only on this side, that's where the way I have it. On this side is very, very dry, nothing but dryness. Alright, so it does not need to be too moist on this side. Just moist enough to keep the plants alive. But on this side, it is like the desert, dry, and hot. So the way I have it, is I gotta keep it balanced. So I got my top with another top over here. I'm gonna put it back over here to keep the moisture in on that side. And on this side, no top. That way all the heat is here, it goes in and out. and so that way. So the way I do keep it to be, I don't spray my taint down. I just use my fogger and do it that way. I let it fog about 5 minutes and let it be done. All right, there we go. I usually do this in the evening. First time I've done this in the morning. So I'm just showing you guys how it's done. Alright, I can make it blue, but I ain't changed the bulb or nothing. So I run this fogger, like I said, for about 5 minutes, give it some moisture in here. This, like I said, this insect does not require a lot of moisture, but he cannot be he cannot be dehydrated either. Alright, so change the light color, but didn't change the bulb. I just use filters under the light. Change it out anytime I need to, from different colors. My emerald swift, while we was doing that, he caught him a cricket or something, insect that was climbing on top of the lid. As you see, he got it in his mouth. Alright, so this is the calcium I use. I got the liquid calcium, put a drop in there, and the powdered calcium. So this is not a promotion, but it's just one of the things I use. I'm going to experiment with one of these other plants and see what will work in here as well. So the plant part, I pretty much have it down. I'm just trying to see what other options of plants I can use. But these plants are called succulents, and they work pretty well in here. It just can't be too dry or too moist. Well, too wet, but it can be moist and damp, but not bone dry. I got dirt on this side, sand. My rock formation. there in the middle. Then in the you got the wood formation. He likes to climb on the wood part a lot when he gets. So what happens is when he gets too hot, he will go on this side. So you want to have this side around between 75 and 85 degrees. Between 65, 75, 85 degrees. So underneath here is pretty much the temperature it is underneath there. As you see, my humidity is going down. It's at 70. It'll be in the blue soon. Maintaining at 80 degrees for the most part. It'll get back hot in here. I just turned off the heat lamp. And turn it back on, so when it maintains the right temperature, the temperature will go up. So I have sand. Some people do theirs a little different, but I use sand. Alright, so last thing, if you do not have a fogger, you can spray it down. Just if you decide to use plants, you just water your plants like normal, pour water on them, but not where it won't be too wet in here inside your tank. And if you don't have a fogger, you can spray your tank down. Just get a spray bottle like this, or just get one that Walmart, Home Depot, do it that way. This way you can just spray it down to where it's, it got some moisture in it, cause even on the dry side it need to be sprayed down. So even when you spray down the dry side, still spray it down where you can tell it's a difference that it has been sprayed. Not just 1 or 2 squirts, but where you can actually see it is down, it's wet a little bit, but don't overdo it. Like I said, I run my fogger in here for about 5 minutes. That way it'll cover the whole tank. Then I will come back and just pour water on my plants. That's tend to work the best, cause the fogger by itself for 5 minutes does not work for the plants. I found that out. The roly-polies is part of source of food, and they will help keep the tank clean when he uses the restroom. They take care of his waste. Then, like I said, I'm gonna try to add springtails, and I'm gonna add some more roly-polies and springtails over here. What I gotta do is dig down in the dirt a little bit, then put those things on top. That wood I showed you that was in the tub earlier, put that down in the ground, and that way it'll be a little damp on this side. Then I'm gonna drop some house centipedes. If you look in the other video, you'll see I have house centipedes I put that I've caught. So I'm gonna catch some more house centipedes probably some point in time. Turn them loose in here and let it go. House centipedes are a good source of food for them, and they're very fast, so he would have to work and hunt for his food. I got some water bugs. That's one of the water bugs that came out, or the red runners. I have those, and other type roaches and stuff I put in here. He grabs those. When they reproduce, they have the little bitty small roaches, the offsprings, and they'll run around and they'll get eaten by him as well. So that's another ongoing source of food for him that I don't have to constantly put in food for him like a whole bunch of crickets and stuff. So I have spiders, which is a couple spiders in here already. Let me see if I can zoom in on one. There we go, we got a spider here. And we have another one right there. Alright, so we have a few spiders in here. Alright, so I believe that sums up everything. I see how I'm done. This is a little bit more on the advanced scale of the crocodile gecko care. As far as trying to maintain plants on the other side and have a completely dry side. Now the dry side is dry. It's no doubt about that. It's straight sand here. Straight dry here. And that's how it's supposed to be, like a desert. This side is about like a desert, so I gotta get a little bit moist, and where it can maintain itself on the moisture side and grow plants over here. Have some type of vegetation for the offsprings of the insects, and he can hunt in that area as well. He mainly hangs upside down on this wood here and drop down from below on him. I've seen him do that. And then this rock formation in here, kind of like a Stonehenge type deal. He uses this as an obstacle course, and he's in between these rocks and stuff at night, so this way he's hanging out at. Alright, so I hope this was a help to you guys. Hope this helped y'all out. I had to redo this video because the first two I had wasn't up to par like I liked it. It was good, but it wasn't good enough. Well, it was okay, but it wasn't good enough. So I think this one's a little bit better and more detailed and accurate, a little bit longer than I wanted it to be.